How's you going, boys? Mike here. Welcome back to Grampy's Workshop for another exciting project at the lake. Nannie and I like our campfires. There's no two ways about that. We like sitting at a campfire. We have a fire pit out back behind the camp where we have a fire pit and kind of a patio area set up now, but it's a long ways from the camp. Plus you can't see the lake when we're sitting out there. And hey, we're at the lake. We'd like to be able to enjoy the lake and watch and see what's going on in the lake. So we had some trees cut down here beside the camp, between the camp and the sugar shack. Had a bunch of trees cut out of there and all stumped out and filled in with fill. So we're going to try and put a little patio slash fire pit area out there. It's closer to the camp, plus we can see the lake good. So that's what the project's going to be all about today. Going to try and square up a little area out there, put some sleepers down, put this, I have a wooden deck out there, going to try and set that deck on it, make it as level as we can. Set up the fire pit, and hopefully if all goes well, tonight we'll be able to have a fire out there, and it'll be some nice, okay? That's what we're up to today. So this is our patio area now. We have a fire pit there, right here at the front, and then we have some 2x2 patio stones laid out. We put our chairs around there, different configurations, to sit by the fire, and then we have the play area for the kids and all. But as you can see, when we pan around, well, you can see that there's a lake down there, but you can't see much of the lake. So what we decided to do is we were going to move this, and I had a bunch of trees here between the camp and over there where the sugar shack is. A bunch of trees there, we had them cut down, and then we had all this stumped out, and then we had fill put in. So now we ended up with this nice open area down to the lake. So we're thinking we put the patio deck right there where I have those pieces of 4x4 laid out. So that's what we're going to start with. I'm going to just set the top two because that's the high point. Set the top two and then try to make it as level as we can. And I have this old deck over here. There's that old deck. That's the bottom side you're seeing there. It's a float that the kids used to have in the lake. And we've since retired that float. And we're going to try and make a patio fire pit deck out of it. So the first thing we're going to start with, I put a piece of 4x4 right down at grade here, set it in the ground. Put another one over here. This is going to be my key point right here, I think. So I'm going to put this board across here just to see if it's level. Hey, close enough for me. So what we have here then is I have the two front feet are set, and that's level across there, and it's level from front to back. So now I'm going to get some screws. I had to double up 4x4s at the front, you can see right there, and at the back corner, I had to double up 4x4s. So I'm just going to put some screws in there to hold those together. I'll check it for square once again, from corner to corner. In fact, I'll do that right now. That's 106. And that one's 104. So it's not exactly perfectly square, but because I'm angling the 2x4s or the 4x4s in the corners, because these 4x4s are at an angle, I'm hoping the corners of my deck will kitty corner across those so they don't have to be right square. So I'm going to just backfill around these 4x4s right here. As you can see there, I need to tap the dirt in around that one and that one over there just to try to anchor them, and I'm going to screw them down, and then we'll start rolling the deck over. That'll be fun. You won't want to miss that. Alright, I think we're ready to move the deck over. I've got 4 posts, four corner sleepers, one there, one way over there, and one right there. Then I put one in the middle just to support the center. And it's pretty level. So what we're going to do is we're going to move over here and start rolling that deck piece right there across and place it on these sleepers. So stay tuned, I'm going to have to get help with this one. So we'll see what Nanny's up to. There. Not bad there. Too high in the front, but that's good. Good there. Good on there. Thank you.
And we need the fire pit in front of it.
So with the help of Nanny, we got her moved over. And it even turned out to be pretty level. And I don't know whether you heard what she said or not, but we have to put the fire pit in front there now. And then we're good, we can have a fire. Alright, so I screwed down the deck to the 4x4s. And I leveled up a spot and put an old broken patio stone in there with the fire pit on it. So now all we have to do is go get a couple of lawn chairs, set them on there, and we'll be right back ready to start a fire. Alrighty then. There we have it. We got our fire pit set up on the stone. We got a couple of lawn chairs set on the deck. And the deck, for all intents and purposes, is level. And we'll get around here behind it. When you sit in the chairs, you can see the fire in the pit. And you can look out over the lake. That's kind of neat. Could I just give you a demo of what it would be like to sit in the seat? Squeeze in here, sit down here, lean back, oh yeah, comfy. I gotta go light a fire now. That's all there is to it. Alright, so I'm gonna light a fire in the new fire pit. And when it comes to lighting fires, I'm a lazy old dog. Here's a little plastic box or a little cardboard box that I make. Any cardboard boxes I have left over, like garbage type stuff, I have a little this sounds crazy maybe to a lot of people, but I have a little pattern and I cut these boxes out, fold them up, tape them together. They're about 3 inches square. And then what I do is I take, wait a minute, oh yeah, I save all my old these are paper, those blue Scott shop towels. I save all these towels and I put 2 of them in the box. I put one like that. I say I save the towels, that's if they're like these ones. They're used a couple of times. Then they're getting kind of scuzzy. So I just tuck them down in there like that. And then I take that box, I put a little bit of my waste oil in the bottom of it. I save all my waste oil. Well, I don't save it, I just don't throw it away, right? Put a little, I don't know, 2 or 3 inches of waste oil in the bottom of that. 2 or 3 ounces, I mean, of waste oil. And then I get out the great equalizer, my propane torch. I'll turn that on, flash it up. I'll put a few little pieces of splits in this, and then I'll touch off the oil, and we light the fire. So I'll show you that set up in the fire pit. So there's my little box with the shop towels with just a couple of ounces of oil in it. And then any little scraps of wood I have, I save those too. Just because I'm a pack rat, I guess. And I pile that in there. Yo! Then I get the great equalizer. and light that up. The oil smokes pretty bad, but it does light. And the beauty of the oil in the shop towels soak it up, and then the oil burns for quite a little while. And that makes enough heat so I can light my fire. Mainly what we burn in the outside fire pit is softwood pieces. So like we've got lots of softwood left from cutting down all these trees. We had the bulk of the trees hauled away, but we still have some softwood left. And what I do is, over here, now I don't know whether you can see that or not, but this right here, this piece of metal, it's if you flip that over, you could use it for a fender. And in fact, that's what they were. The old trailer that I had that I rebuilt, took the fenders off it, flipped them over, put a couple of 3x6s under it for sleepers, and then I have a wood rack right there. So I pile my wood in that. There's another one over there that I'd like it down here. Show you a little better. So the wood rack is right there, holds a fair scoff of wood. So that's what I piled my wood in. Now these racks I'm going to move over by the fire pit. Maybe later, not today. So the fire's starting up there. It's kind of smoky right now, but it'll get going in a minute. And with my wood racks, I'm going to place those down there somewheres, down in that area down there. And then Nannie and I can sit out here in the deck and just enjoy the lake. And hopefully the wind will blow the smoke the other way. It's always a problem with the campfire, the smoke gets in your eyes. But that's part of being at the campfire. So that's my little video about preparing this deck out here, so we can have a fire pit closer to the camp where we can see out over the lake. And I hope you enjoyed it. Please comment. I love getting comments. I like to read them all. I enjoy the comments as much, if not more, than making the videos. And I'd like to give a shout out to everybody too who has liked my channel. I sure appreciate that. I'm glad you're able to come along and watch it. If you subscribe, that's great, but it's to me it's not about getting subscriptions. It's about making some videos and having a little fun, and I hope people enjoy the videos that they're watching. So again, like I say, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for taking time out of your busy day. Everybody's got things to do, and if you take 5-10 minutes to watch my video, well, that's pretty special to me. So thank you for that. And if you need anything, I'll be out here at the fire. Talk to you. We were sitting round the campfire one night, watching the flames making everything bright. It sure is nice to have a fire pit. I'm liking it a lot. Campfire songs, not my strong suit. But when we're around the campfire, oftentimes we tell a few jokes. Yeah, that's hard to believe, but anyway, my son, Chris, he's got a special joke that he likes to tell at the campfire. It's a campfire joke, it's a staple. And it says, why does a chicken coop only have 2 doors? Because if it had 4 doors, it would be a chicken sedan. Okay. And then my grandson Kyle, he's got a good joke that he likes to tell at the fire pit. He says, how do you make a Kleenex dance? You put a little boogie in it. You want me to go back to singing?